Hey everybody, welcome back to the arcade. We got another special game here. This is Night Slashers by Data East. This is a really rare beat 'em up in the arcades. I'm sure a lot of you have played it on MAME. It's really special. They didn't, well, there aren't that many left that I know of. If you have one, please comment in the comments below. It's a long story how I got this game, but I didn't even play this game when it was in the arcades. I didn't know it existed. And when I got into this hobby, I started with arcade 1-ups, and then I started modding them, and I wasn't happy with that. It just didn't scratch the itch I was looking for. So then I bought a Rec Room Masters, and now, as you can see, I've got into the real machines, and this is, you know, years we're talking about here. But when I was modding the arcade 1-ups, you know, you had every arcade game ever made on those, and you could scroll through. And so I was just bored one day, and I found Night Slashers, and I played it. And I thought, man, this game's amazing. It's exactly what I'm looking for in a beat 'em up. How come I've never even heard of this? And so I played it. My son played it. I showed it to my brother. Everybody around me that played it loved it, and it became kind of a family favorite. And so I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have the arcade machine? Well, turns out it's really hard to find one of these. And the way I got this one, it's a long story. I'll post a link to the website in the comments, but this is a part of the Oregon scam, and basically I bought 6 games from a guy. This was the first game that I was going to buy and the only game. I ended up only getting 2, and one of those games, once I fix it, I'll put on this channel as well. Anyway, it took me over 6 months to get this game. When it showed up, it was trashed. The board actually started smoking when I got it. Luckily, thanks to Matt Smith on Facebook, he's the only other guy other than Galloping Ghost that I know has one of these. He had a buddy who could fix the board, and he fixed the PCB for me, and now it runs great. And if you've never played this game and you like games like Streets of Rage and Final Fight, you owe it to yourself to play it. This game is really cool. The animation on the characters, when you're fighting, the death animations of the enemies, it's really violent. It's got cool characters. It's got all sorts of special moves, a lot of them that I still can't do. Like if your health goes down to a certain point, you can throw fireballs like Street Fighter. It's just really in depth for a side-scrolling beat 'em up. And most people that play it, they don't even take it that far, but if you dig into it, every time you play it, there's some kind of new creative way to inflict damage on the enemies. And it's just a fantastic game, and it's really special, and I'm just so happy to have it. I'm lucky to have it. It was just a pure, I mean, I overpaid for this if you think about it. I got scammed, screwed in this hobby. Be careful out there. But still, this came out of it, and I'm just so happy to have it, because this is the #1 game that if anybody sees a video of my arcade, I always get messages about this game and if I want to sell it. And I have no plans to sell it, but you never know. Anyway, it's awesome, and you guys should check it out. So let's check out some gameplay. Alright, so let's look at some gameplay of Night Slashers on a dedicated cabinet. Here we go. What's going, Jake?
Time to clean it up. will crush.
This game is so awesome. It really is. Yeah, so like when your life is down like this, you can do special moves like that'll really do some heavy damage. It's hard to do. I think she can throw like a fireball in Street Fighter. Alright, so here's some close-ups real quick of the cabinet. Because dedicated versions of this game are non-existent, when I got it, it was missing a lot of stuff, or the stuff that I got it with was damaged. So this is all reproduction from Galloping Ghost, and it looks fantastic. The green button's supposed to be white, but I thought green matched well with the green slashes on the front. And one weird thing about Night Slashers, and if you look at the flyers that were released for the arcade version, it comes in a blue Z-back, which are actually pretty hard to find. I mean, you could turn a Z-back into a blue one, but this is a legit blue one. And so it's a dedicated Night Slashers that was pieced together. But yeah, it's an awesome looking cabinet. Alright, so if you're in the arcade hobby, I like to do this with a lot of my machines where it makes sense. So for example, Night Slashers is a beat 'em up. I wish I could have dedicated cabs of every beat 'em up, but I can't. I'm out of space. That's the biggest problem with this hobby. So in this case, I've got Final Fight inside the cabinet. So all you have to do is hold down first and second player, and then you can play Final Fight, which is kind of cool. I don't think Final Fight's as good as Night Slashers, but it came out way before, and man, it's one of the best games ever made. So anyway, a neat little thing, hidden Easter egg in the game. All right, we'll just take a quick look at the guts. So it's just a standard Z-back, and I know people love Z-backs, but actually I hate Z-backs. There's not a lot of space to do much in here. You can pull these out, which is handy, but these are really like one board games. It's hard to get to the power supply down there. There's no door for it. And if you drop any screws or anything in there, like, kiss it goodbye unless you got a long magnet or something like that. So on the left here is Night Slashers, and then I've got Final Fight here on the right, and I've kind of staged them so that they don't get in the way. And that's, it kind of sucks. If you're dealing with like a midway cab, you got plenty of room for lots of PCBs, but with a Z-back or a dynamo, you really only got one. So my solution was to put extra long legs here. And both games aren't powered at the same time, so there's no risk of damage. But anyway, that's the inside of a Night Slashers. Alright, so there you have it. This is a dedicated Night Slashers in a blue Z-back. Super awesome game. If you ever have a chance to play one in real life, they have one at Galloping Ghost. Go for it. If you ever have a chance to buy just the PCB, do it. I know it's going to be expensive, but if you got the means, do it. Awesome game. And if not, play it on MAME, man. This is a fantastic game. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one. We're going to play some games. See ya.